Hey loves, welcome back. I want to start today by talking about something that's been on my mind a lot lately. The idea that transformation isn't about drastic overnight changes. It's about small, intentional habits that add up over time. There's a version of you, soft, confident, grounded, glowing, and she isn't someone that you just suddenly wake up as. She's built slowly through consistent choices, routines, and self-care that feels luxurious and doable. So in this video, I'm going to share 10 habits that changed my life. Wake up with purpose. Now, I'm not telling you to wake up at 5 a.m. or run a mile as soon as your eyes open. That's not sustainable for everybody. The point is that the first few moments of your day set the tone for everything else. Even if you're groggy, even if you hit the snooze button, just pause when you wake up. Sit up in bed, stretch, take a little sip of water, ground yourself before the world has access to your energy. I have a rule that I have no phone for the first 30 minutes of my day. I get up, I drink water, I take my supplements, take my sea moss, I make the bed, get my coffee, and then and only then can I get my phone and sit down and start on my day. That small ritual alone makes me feel like I'm starting my day with intention. Waking up with purpose isn't about productivity. It's about presence. When you show up for yourself first, the rest of the day flows easier. You feel softer, more confident, and like you actually own your life rather than just reacting to it. Romanticize your routine. So many of us think that discipline has to feel harsh or rigid, but it doesn't. Discipline can feel soft, luxurious, and enjoyable if you frame it that way. That's what makes a habit stick. For me, small touches make all the difference. Lighting a candle for some ambiance, having a cute journal or planner that I actually want to write in, playing soft music while I tidy up the house. Even just brewing coffee in a favorite mug can take a simple task and turn it into a meaningful ritual. When your routine feels beautiful, you want to return to it, and it becomes effortless. You start to look forward to your mornings, your meal prep, even your workouts, because they feel like acts of self-care, not punishment. This habit isn't about perfection or Instagram aesthetics. It's about curating your environment and your daily rhythm in a way that honors you. Nourish yourself. And I want to be very clear. This isn't about restriction, dieting, or counting every calorie. It's about feeding your mind, body, and soul in a way that makes you feel alive, soft, and confident. I find that when I eat meals that feel like literally self-care rather than punishment, my energy is higher, my skin glows more, my mood is better, and I feel like I'm actually honoring myself. Even something as simple as a colorful breakfast, warm tea, or just a perfect little slice of avocado toast can be a small ritual of self-respect. When you nourish your body intentionally, you're telling yourself that you matter, you deserve care, you deserve this kind of respect. And that mindset will spill over into the rest of your life, into your work, your relationships, your energy. Move your body daily. This isn't about punishing yourself at the gym or trying to shrink your body. It's about movement that makes you feel alive, soft, and confident. When you start approaching fitness as a form of self-care rather than a chore, everything's gonna change. A gentle walk outside, stretching in the morning, even a light Pilates session can shift your energy completely. It's less about perfection and more about just showing up for yourself, because movement does something amazing. It strengthens you, it softens you, and it makes you feel capable in a way that I don't think anything else can. When I leave a workout feeling strong and yet soft, I notice that my mindset, my posture, and my confidence all shifts too. You don't need to spend hours at the gym. Just 20 to 30 minutes of intentional movement can shift your day, your energy, and your literal connection with your body. The goal is consistency, not intensity. Show up for your body gently, and it will show up for you in ways that go far beyond your appearance. Protect your mind. Honestly, this is one of the most underrated habits for transforming your life. Your mental space shapes everything. Your energy, your confidence, your relationships, your decisions. And if you fill it with chaos, negativity, or comparison, it will show up in your day no matter how perfect your routine or body is. So protecting your mind is about curating your environment and your inputs. That can mean unfollowing accounts that don't make you feel good, muting notifications that distract you, and being intentional with the conversations and media that you consume. Replace the doom scrolling with reading, journaling, listening to calm music, even just sitting in silence. Lately, I've been practicing more mindfulness with my phone. I turned off notifications on TikTok, Instagram, literally all my social media platforms. So that way when I'm working or I'm doing something, I'm not distracted by the notifications coming in. And when I'm eating, I put my phone away. Literally just eating and sitting in silence has done wonders for my mind. I like to think of it as feeding your mind with the same care that you feed your body. When you consciously choose what's going in your mind, you're creating a mental space for creativity, calm, and confidence. And that habit transforms your energy from reactive to intentional. You start showing up for yourself rather than letting the world dictate your mood. And protecting your mind isn't about escaping life. It's about choosing how life touches you so that you stay grounded, soft, and aligned with who you want to become. Stay hydrated. Drinking water is a form of self-respect. It's not just about health or weight, though those benefits are in there. But water literally affects your energy, your skin, your mood, your focus. When I'm consistently drinking enough water throughout the day, I notice that my skin does better, my mind feels clearer, and my overall energy shifts in a way that makes me feel more confident and capable. I like to keep my water in my pink Stanley that my fiance got me. It's just so girly and pink. And I also like that it holds a lot of water, so I don't have to keep refilling up a bottle often. But I'm being intentional with making it something that I look forward to, not a chore. And hydration is one of those habits that pay off in subtle ways. So if you want to feel soft, glowing, and confident, start by making water a non-negotiable. Keep your space beautiful. This one is more powerful than people realize. Your environment has a direct impact on your energy, your mood, and how you're gonna show up for other people. When your space is cluttered, chaotic, and uninspiring, it is so easy to feel anxious, scattered, or low energy, even if everything else in your life is going great. I like to think of tidying, arranging, and curating my home as an act of self-love and self-respect. Because making the bed, putting away the dishes, lighting a candle, arranging flowers, these small touches transform your environment and in turn transform your mind. It's about creating a sanctuary that nurtures your energy. So when you wake up or come home after a long day, your environment supports you rather than draining you. Over time, that habit is going to compound. A tidy, beautiful space is going to train your brain to feel more organized, more peaceful, and more in control of your life. Become a planner girly. This habit is a total game changer when it comes to feeling calm but in control of your life. Planning isn't about creating rigidity or putting all this pressure on yourself. It's about living intentionally instead of reacting to chaos. When you write down your day, your week, or even your goals for the month, you're gonna feel more grounded, less scattered, and surprisingly more free. Make planning feel luxurious and soft. Use a pretty planner, your favorite pen, maybe a candle, some soft music in the background. It can become a little ritual that you look forward to. Even jotting down small wins from the day can become a habit because it's about creating structure that feels nourishing, not suffocating. And over time, you'll start noticing where your energy goes, which tasks are worth prioritizing, what really matters in your life. It is soft discipline. It's a habit that makes you feel in charge of your days without being harsh, and it'll let you transform your life from chaotic to purposeful. Speak to yourself kindly. This is one of the most transformative habits that you can build. So often, we are our own harshest critics, comparing ourselves, doubting our choices, and replaying our mistakes over and over again in our heads. But the soft life isn't just about routines, meals, or movement. It starts with the way that you transform yourself from the inside out. I like to remind myself that my inner voice should sound like somebody that's rooting for me, not tearing me down. When you notice negative thoughts creeping in, pause, reflect, and try to replace them with a positive affirmation. Even words of encouragement, gratitude, or just a new perspective can change everything. The way that you speak to yourself shapes your confidence, your discipline, and your overall sense of ease in life. Speak kindly, gently, and consistently, because the woman you're becoming listens to herself with love and patience. Create more than you consume. This habit is truly what separates women who feel empowered and soft from those who feel stuck and overwhelmed. In our world, it's so easy to spend hours scrolling, watching, and just consuming content. And while inspiration can be helpful, too much consumption leaves your energy drained and your mind cluttered. The women who transform their lives are the ones who produce, create, make, and act, even in small ways. For me, creating can mean cooking a beautiful meal, journaling, making content, or even just setting up up my home in the way that I like it. It doesn't have to be perfect, just intentional. The act of creating shifts your energy from reactive to proactive, and it gives you confidence, pride, and a sense of accomplishment that consuming alone never could. Those are my 10 habits that transform my life, and I genuinely believe can transform your life too. Becoming the best version of yourself isn't about showing up perfectly. It's about showing up consistently, softly, and intentionally every single day. Every small habit, every tiny choice compounds over time, and before you know it, your energy, your confidence, and your life has completely shifted. Remember that transformation does not have to be loud and exhausting. It can be gentle, feminine, and even luxurious, because self-love and discipline are not opposites. They go hand in hand. Thank you so much for watching. If you love this video, like, subscribe, and hit that little bell button so we can continue this journey together. I'll see you in the next one where we dive even deeper into soft, intentional living. Bye guys.